Hello everybody, so today I want to quickly just look at the font node and I'm just going to look at the very basics of this. You'll see that it's actually very similar to how a font will be organized or displayed in Photoshop. So let's just start by doing that. So let me just create a geo. Let's go inside of here, let's create the font node. There we are. Alright. I'm going to remove this for now, so we'll just have the actual text. So I can just write whatever text I want in here. Nothing's there at the moment because I've just removed this. Let's change this to Mad Dog VFX. Alright, there we go. I'm going to turn off this for a moment. Okay, simple as that. Now I've got my font. Now I have a few options here. I can change my position here, which is just my alignment. I'm going to make that center. The same here. I can put this at the top, the bottom, right, in the middle. Again, doesn't really matter for this particular example, but you get the idea. It just works just like it does in Photoshop. The origin here just is talking about where the overall position of this is in space. I can also rotate this, so maybe I want it flat down like this. I'm going to have to make that -90. Okay, now I've got it flat on the floor. I thought there might be something to be able to do that on the plane, you know, a little drop down, but that isn't there. You have to actually rotate this. The scale, of course, is pretty straightforward, so it's going to make it longer. That's going to make it, you know, taller, etc. Let's go back. If I want to move both of them at the same time, I just hit on the scale text and then I can move it left and right here. By the way, I'm hitting the middle mouse button to be able to bring up this little menu here. Alright, the tracking, of course, let's take a quick look at that. That just makes the text, you can see there a little bit further apart, each letter. This one won't make any difference because I would need to have two lines for this. Maybe if I make another line, let's see what that's like. Okay, now it should do something. There we go. Alright, so we see that too. Alright, nice. Here I've got the font size, which is very similar to the scale. I can do that. In fact, it's the same thing, but it's just in uniform. This will convert this slightly to the side, you see. Yeah, like when you do something maybe in italics, something like that. And the level of detail, I'll have to turn back on these. So you can see all of the points that I've got around here, you know, creating some resolution. Turn this down, creates less resolution, turn this up. I've got to watch my points that I can see down here, and I can see that they will increase pretty quickly, so be a little careful there not to overdo it and just use what you need. Just to be really careful with that. Yeah, and that's basically it for that. In the next lesson I'm going to show you how to do something which is a bit more advanced, where I can take an attribute and I can actually bring that into my font node. Okay, so I will do that in a few minutes, and yeah, you guys have a great day.